Hello and welcome to Living with Dupuytren. I am Bert Weikart. Do you have Dupuytren disease and notice for the first time that a joint in your hand can no longer be extended without resistance? If you go to the doctor with such initial symptoms, you may hear, wait and see, and come back when it has gotten significantly worse. Then you can have surgery. This view is quite old. For example, in this article from 1990, you will find the recommendation not to operate until the extensor block is at least 30 degrees. Today, people consider other things besides the angular degree of disability. It is also a question of what form, shape, and extent the disease has taken. More about this in a moment. Imagine a clothesline, a thin, firm band stretched between 2 points. Then you have a possible manifestation of Dupuytren disease in front of your eyes. Sometimes we see finger curvatures caused by such a clothesline. The good thing about this situation is that this bundle of fibers usually stands out clearly from the tissues beneath. That is, it does not show any significant adhesions towards the inside. The same applies to the covering skin. In such a situation, the skin is not stuck to the cord, but can be moved easily over it instead. This is the ideal situation for percutaneous needle fasciotomy, PNF, because it doesn't really matter at which point you cut such a cord, it will simply move apart and the mobility of the finger is restored. Vividly, you could compare such a strand with a spaghetti. But what if, when you look at your hand and touch it, you rather have to think of a macaroni? In other words, if the cord feels much thicker and firmer and perhaps even bulky. Maybe the angular degree of extensor blockage is the same as in the first case, yet it is a very different situation here. The severely thickened tissue often sits broadly on the subcutaneous layer and the covering skin is fused to the strand. The disease has displaced the subcutaneous fatty tissue. If one tries to cut this kind of a cord, for example with the PNF, one should not expect a complete release of the blockage. The ends will not be able to separate completely simply because they stick to the surrounding tissues. The macaroni must therefore rather be surgically removed so that an improvement of the stretchability can be achieved. But back to the spaghetti. Even if you can already recognize and palpate the connective tissue strand without the joint blockage being present at all, PNF can contribute to relaxation in the area of the fibrous plate, which can delay the further progression of the disease. So much for what pasta has to do with Dupuytren disease. Of course, I didn't mean to say that pasta should be avoided in order to prevent the disease. Who likes to eat noodles, of course, may continue to do so. I do the same. Thank you for watching. Thanks for your comments. Please don't forget to subscribe.